In this video, I'll guide you through how to track re-engagement performance in HubSpot. By the end, you'll have a simple workflow that automatically records the last time one of your inactive contacts re-engages with your emails or website. This helps you measure whether your win-back campaigns are working, and it gives your team a clear way to segment and report on people who are starting to come back to life. Let's start inside your HubSpot account. From the main navigation, go to the automation section, then choose workflows. This is where you build automated processes that run in the background for you based on contact behavior. Once you're on the workflows page, create a new workflow and be sure to select a contact-based workflow type. Give it a clear name such as re-engagement tracker. Keeping the name descriptive is important so that anyone on your team instantly understands what this workflow is supposed to do, and so you can easily find it later when you're building lists or reports. Now you're going to define which contacts should be enrolled into this workflow and when. The idea here is to track when someone on your inactive list shows fresh signs of engagement. In your enrollment trigger settings, choose your source list as the inactive list you already use to track disengaged contacts. Then add conditions so that the workflow enrolls a contact when they perform any of the following. They open an email, they click a link in an email, or they visit your website. These conditions are crucial because they define what re-engagement means for your business. An email open is often the first sign of renewed interest. A link click usually indicates deeper intent, and a website visit shows that they're curious enough to explore your content again. By combining these behaviors, you're making sure the workflow only kicks in when someone genuinely interacts with your marketing. Once you've set these triggers, it's worth double checking that the logic is correct. Make sure the workflow is set to enroll a contact when any of those events occur, rather than requiring all of them at once. You want a single qualifying action to be enough to count as re-engagement, not a combination that might never happen. Next, you'll define what the workflow actually does when someone meets those conditions. Add an action to the workflow and choose the option to create or update a contact property. Here, you'll create a new date property called last re-engagement date. Set the field type to a date picker and configure the action so that whenever the workflow runs, it stamps the current date into that property. This new property becomes your central reference point for measuring re-engagement. Anytime a previously inactive contact opens an email, clicks a link, or visits your site, the workflow will update last re-engagement date to reflect that most recent activity. Over time, you'll be able to see patterns like how long it usually takes people to re-engage, or which campaigns are most effective at bringing inactive contacts back. After setting up the action, review your workflow settings, turn it on, and let it run. From here, you can build lists and reports filtered by the last re-engagement date property to track performance and refine your re-engagement strategy.